What up, YouTube? This is your fish friend Dustin, coming at you from the Bear Family Fish Room. Today's going to be a little update of what we got going on. We got the red tops hanging out, chilling. We had one spawn come of them, and I transferred to another tank, and I don't know what happened. Nothing came up. They came up out of their eggs, and then they just all died right off. So it must have been something because I take all the eggs out and put them into another tank, which is probably not good. I should probably leave them in one of these type of tanks and kind of quarantine them from these other fish that are in here, because I'm afraid what's going to happen with the egg tumblers that I have is that these guys will come up and just nip the eggs from the bottom and eat them like that. So, long time since we've seen the fluorescent. He's always hiding. Here's a group that I'm working on. We got teardrop in there and an OB male in there. And I know what you're thinking, that looks like a male, but that is a female. I'm 80% sure, because it was holding eggs, and I've only seen one video where a male was holding eggs, and so I haven't vented the fish yet, but I'm 80% sure that that is a female. And if it is, I would love to see that female and this male spawned. I think that would be pretty intense coloring. So the purpose of this video is just update you of what's going on in the fish room. These are two juvenile lemon jakes that I'm growing out. Their mom is actually in the hospital tank and still doing real well. She's back there. These guys are eating a lot. I haven't done the 25% water change on this yet today. They're eating really well. They're still doing really good. I need to get some probably different meds that they can eat. Like that Hex Shield, my boy Dion 0026 is letting me know about. I appreciate that, bro. This is a lemon jake, juvenile, fry, whatever you want to call him. Just a little guy, but he's growing up in a big tank. This is usually, as you see in my other videos, my egg tumbler tank. Maybe I should do a setup where it's just running from the water that I take them out of. This is a blue dragon. Lots and lots of fry here. What we got going on? These tanks are just holding tanks. That male Regal Blue, he's up for sale. She turned out to be a female. If you know anybody that wants to venuse this female, hit me up, let me know. These are all hybrid juveniles. These are the fluorescents. Got some bigger ones in the back. These are the guys just hanging out right here. Looking really good. Their bars are really looking nice. I wish some of the bigger ones would come out. I got the Frontosa's mate in another tank. Probably won't be able to see it just a little bit. There's two Super Red Empress females. These are our buddy's yellowtail Assis. We'll be taken to the fish swap. I got a buddy that's back there. I think he's blind. Blind as a bat. Yeah, a whole bunch of yellow labs. I was gonna say yellow lambs, yeah. Yellow labs and another 20. These are all my 20 grow outs. I had the space empty, so I'm growing these out for them so we can take these also to the sale, the swap. Sunshine Bangas. These guys are doing good. There's an OB female in here too. There she is right there. She's looking decent. Whole bunch of dragon blood fry. A whole bunch. Some of them got some really nice looking coloring. That guy right there is a German red. The only one that looks different. But there's definitely some males in there that look really good. Get the camera to focus a little bit on him, because his barring's real nice. Over here, yeah, the Reuben red. He's for sale. He's got some real nice color. There is the Frontosa female. When I get a bigger tank, these two will go in the same tank. I'll just have a little cave for her to be able to go into, so that way he can't mess with her. Beautiful specimens though. These are Brundii, most common Frontosa. Here's the lemon jake male chilling back there, because he can't be in there with the juveniles, he'll just kill them. So that's what's going on in the fish room. Today we're going to be doing a huge water change. The water in the fish room is 82. So this is how I do the water change in the room. Oh yeah, got the insulation. Mind you, this stuff is all free. All this insulation was free at my work. So I got this whole side filled in. I just have a little bit more I gotta do, but the room already went up to 80 degrees, something like that. So this is how I do a water change in the fish room. First I have to unplug the heaters. Power went out on that. That heaters run, this controller runs both the heaters. And then the pump. This is a Danner pump, I believe it is. Danner pond pump. Big mother. Yeah, it's one of those Proline submersible inline high drive pump. It's what is it? Oh, what is it? I think it's like 26. We'll just pull it up, yeah. 3-year warranty. I was sold on that. So all the power's off except the air. I always leave the air on, so you can hear it gurgling. Pretty soon we'll have no flow and the stock tank fills up. And so what we're going to be doing, we're going to drain that once the heaters cool down, and we're going to be adding sand, once I vacuum out all the bottom of the tanks. We're going to be adding the cichlid sand to the actual bottoms of the tank. I'm going to see if it'll help that male out and a couple of the males start spawning a little bit more, so we can create a lot more spawning going on. Alright, stay tuned. So here are some of the tools I use for cleaning out the tanks. I got my my scrubby and my vinyl tube. My vinyl tube I have zip tied to a 1/2 inch wood dowel, and this just makes it easier because I can hang on to the top of the wood dowel and go down into the tanks and farther. That way I don't have to have a pruny old hand. And while I'm doing the juvenile tanks, I take the other end of the hose there and put that into the netted bucket, just in case I suck up a juvenile. I can just have them right there in the net and just throw them back in just like that. So I got the heaters are cooled off, so we'll go ahead and start the process. Okay, so now the heaters are totally cooled down, and we're gonna go ahead and open the ball valve, and it's gonna drain into the sump. Okay, so now the water is going out. Ball valve's open and starting to slowly drain down. And there's the water going out and into the sump. And this is how we start to clean out the fry tanks. From there, just like that. Put the kids to work, give them a good chore. So here's a glimpse into the 100-gallon stock tank. We got the two 1800 watt heaters and the Danner inline high drive submersible pump. And we got the I guess I would call it something that alleviates the head pressure on the pump. That right there, it comes back around and keeps the water agitated in there. And then we've seen this a couple times. These are different shelving inside this tub. We'll change that out as well. I wish I could show you what was going on underneath here. Is the lava rock in I guess I could have put it just right in the bottom of the trash can, but I put it in a laundry basket just to help for extra filtration for the lava rock to let the water pass through. And here's the other way that I can drain the top tanks. I run this tubing all the way from the tanks and down to the stock tank, and then it'll just drain out. That's how I drain. One of the ways I drain the top tanks. The other way is to use the stick hose and just put the bucket down here and my step ladder. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little improvement on the heater. Instead of hanging it from this PVC, and I'm going to try to put it on this corrugated greenhouse siding. I'm going to drill holes on both sides of the greenhouse siding and zip tie it to that piece I got going across all the way. And the power cord that you see there, I'm going to run it all the way around the trash can and up the side and then out like that, so it don't touch the side of there. I'm sure we won't have a problem, but just precautionary measures. And that one I'm going to lay the other way with the head facing that way and the butt down here, and hopefully everything will go good, because I've noticed every time the water level gets down to the tops of there, I'm having to refill. So this will kind of limit the amount of times I have to come down here because of evaporation and top it off, basically. So now I can let the sump get lower and without having to do like a top off. And once it gets down to a certain point, then I know it's time for the whole water change in the room. Right now everybody's got like a, I don't know, I'd say 20 to 25% water change done, and I'm just gonna do this quick and we'll start refilling the system. I got the sand from the show tank upstairs, and we'll put in a little bit into everybody's tank just to change it up for them. Somewhat like this. Get them where you want it. I got that first one done. Got that one pointed off, the head pointed off to the right, and this one's pointed off to the right, just farther away. So what I do is I take my Sharpie and I mark where I want the hole at for the zip tie, and that side, and down here, and on the other side. Mark it out, take the heater off, drill the holes, run the zip tie, and then it's going to span from little bridge down there to this one down here. Okay, so now we have the horse trough just about full. Let the water heat up because it is 53 degrees, and I'm not going to send the water up that cold into everybody's tanks. Got sand in, really liking the looks of that, and I think what a stud. He's already moving it and shaking, so he's really liking the sand. So we'll let them do their job with the sand, and hopefully they'll be spawning. So I don't think this year I'm gonna do a huge, really big upgrade to the fish room. I think two big upgrades that I'll do is a 3-inch drain system and like LED tube lights, not the fluorescent. I'll take those down. The waterproof Christmas lights that you see, I'll just kind of, you know, loop them back and forth and back and forth, just kind of in a circular, oval shaped across all the tops of the tanks, and hopefully that'll cut back on my algae growth. So I hope you enjoyed the video. That's how I do a water change in the fish room. Thanks for tuning in. This is your fish friend Dustin. Later.